Well, good day, everyone. This is Michael again. Today I want to speak a little bit about authentically you, excavating your true self. So this morning while I was going through, I was cleaning up some old files. And the video I'm going to show you here is a file from, I think, about 7 years ago. 7 or 8 years ago. It was shortly after my life had blown up. Let's say my life had imploded, basically. And of course, that implosion showed up in the life around me externally first, presenting back to me simply how much was off internally here. And when I started my path of awakening, I did not even know what authenticity meant. In fact, because of some of my other experiences that I'd had when my life was imploding, I thought authenticity was a bad thing. And the video I'm going to share is just, I decided, wow, this would be neat to share a video from me 7 or 8 years ago when I was speaking about things that I was learning at that time. Brand new things that I was starting to incorporate into my life. And what I really get into in this video that I'm about to present here is the fact that you are not going out to search for an authentic self. Your authentic, true self, the truth of who you are, has always been here within, but it is buried beneath layers and layers and layers of experiences in life. And through those experiences, whether consciously or subconsciously, you have created rules and vows and expectations and shoulds and should nots and obligations and scripts. It's programming, essentially. It's conditioning, right? And most of these things are imprinted on us from other people and through the experiences of life. And we don't have a chance to really recognize that they're there or recognize that they're running until we get into more of what I would term our adult life and our adult relationships. And we begin to see patterns. And these patterns may be healthy or may be unhealthy. But we have a chance then to look at, why does this pattern keep showing up? And once we recognize a pattern, we can start digging and looking what's underneath the pattern. We can start doing the excavation process. And we're excavating our true self. We're pulling off all of these things to get to our authentic self. And it is a beautiful process. It's the process of unbecoming, right? You're not becoming something new. You're returning to what you have always been. That's the beautiful thing about it. Authentically you. So I will leave you with that as we go into this video of me with shorter hair from about 7 to 8 years ago. Blessings and love as you watch. Growing into your authentic self. It's not about going out and getting all of these things that you need to bring in. Growing into your authentic self is actually about deconstructing who you think you are, or more precisely, who you've been told to be. Really, in order to find your true authentic self, it's about digging deep, about going on an archaeological expedition of you, of digging in and sifting through what is there. What are the beliefs that are there within you? What are the shoulds that are there within you? Are they yours? So you may have a feeling that, well, I should be this, I should do that, I have to do this, I have to do that. I must believe this. Well, this is what I believe. And you need to start looking and dissecting and digging into and really unearthing and sifting through everything to say, is that really my belief? Whose is that? Because for the most part, we are built on the beliefs that others have ingrained, implanted, and given us. And it happens at our very, very youngest, earliest ages and stages of life, really through years 0 through 6. That's where most of our beliefs come from. They are not beliefs that we consciously chose. And yet all of us have a vision of who we really want to be. Everybody inherently knows and inherently has a blueprint deep within them that says, this is me. This is who I am. But for the most part, most of it has been covered up over the years and years with beliefs and things that others have put up on us, that we have ingrained within us, that we don't realize. And so it feels like we're living a half-life all the time. It feels like we're just not really there where we want to be. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm happy maybe. I should feel really blessed for everything that I have, but I don't, because something's missing, something's off. And until you do the soul work, the real digging into yourself to find out, who am I? Is this belief mine? No, it's not. This funny. This belief came from church. This belief came from religion. This belief came from my parents. This belief came from teachers. This belief came from somebody who treated me poorly through an ex, through a relationship or something. Does this belief serve me? No. Get rid of it. What are the beliefs about you that are really true and to the core? And here's the beauty of it all. Like I said, you don't need to go out there and find all of these things. What you need to do is excavate yourself. Because you look at a beautiful oak tree, okay? The oak tree doesn't look like an oak tree at the beginning. It's simply an acorn. But the acorn doesn't have to go out and find what it needs in order to become the oak tree. The acorn is the oak tree. Everything that acorn needs to become the oak tree is within the acorn. The same is true with us. Everything that you need to be authentically you, it's found within yourself. You're not going to find it through the opinions and approvals of others. You're not going to find it through your religion, through your church, through all the contributing benefactors and things that you do in the world necessarily. You need to look within. This is the place most people don't want to go. We've been taught that it's a scary place to go within. We've been taught that if we question what we've been taught by our elders, our authority figures, that something is wrong with that in questioning them. No, you should question every damn thing. You only get this one opportunity to make this specific life of yours purposeful in terms of living your purpose. You came here in this specific lifetime for a reason, to fulfill something. And the thing is, in order to get to that, you have got to learn how to live authentic. What is and who is your authentic self? And in order to do that, you must look within. You must go within and you must say, all this stuff that's within me, all these beliefs that go through my head, all these tape recorder planes that go through my head, what is that? Where does it come from? Are they mine? Are they helping me? Do they really fit who I am? One thing I used to do years and years and years ago, so I went to Christian college because that's what I was supposed to do. All of the answers were out there in God somewhere, but none of it ever felt right to me. I interviewed to be a minister. I interviewed to be a youth minister. And in every one of those interviews, I always remember thinking in my head, there's just no way this is going to work. This is not me. Did I like some aspects of some of the things? Did I like getting up and speaking in front of people? Loved it. Was I necessarily 100% sold on the message, at least the way I had been taught it, about who God is, what God is, and all of this? And could I impart that to others with 100% authenticity, saying, hell yeah, this is right? No, I couldn't. And I just ended up floating away from all of that. And then over time, making some very conscious decisions to move away from that. And then through some other painful circumstances in life, through some lessons that kept repeating over and over and over again, I finally found the one place I had never looked: within me. And within me, there was everything I had always needed. It's why I always felt like something was off. But I didn't know how to put all the pieces together. Finding your authentic self is about going within and excavating that which is already in you and bringing it up and out of the dirt and the rubble, which are the beliefs and the statements and the things that people have piled upon you over the years, saying, this is who you should be. And you have to bring that part of you up and out. You have to take a brush and you have to sift through, get the debris off, blow those away, just like they do in an actual archaeological dig. That is what you're doing. You are unearthing your true self. And in order to do so, sometimes you have to dig deep. And sometimes that work is hard. Sometimes that work is painful. Because there is grief involved in the unearthing of you. But what an absolutely beautiful place to get to do that work, to realize who you are, what is authentic for you. And you know what? I used to be one of the most judgmental people around. I still struggle with it. Don't get me wrong, but I've always lived from my heart, but I've also had a lot of judgment against other things, and it's because I wasn't living who I was authentically. I had this very enclosed comfort zone that was like, anything outside of this little comfort zone bubble here, I'm not comfortable with. Since I'm not comfortable with it, because I'm not comfortable with myself, then I'm going to judge it, because it's just easier to judge it and push it away. Make a judgment about that thing, make a judgment about that person, and push them away and keep my walls of my comfort zone up. It wasn't until I went within that all of a sudden I could take these beliefs and stuff away, and these beliefs are what hold your comfort zone. It's beliefs are what create your comfort zone. When you start taking away those beliefs, you start expanding that comfort zone. You start expanding out. Things are not threatening to you anymore. Other people, other ideas are not threatening to you anymore, because you are centered in who you are and living your authentic self. And you've come to a place where you're like, it doesn't matter to me if you like or you approve of what I say or what I believe. I don't need your approval. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to believe what I feel is the truth for me, because it's mine. Do the work by going within. You will find who you truly are. You will find your authentic self. And in finding your authentic self, the beauty of that, you find your power. Because in the process of excavating, in the process of digging deep, in the process of grieving, you will find what you have given your power to. And giving your power to something simply means, in basic terms, you gave your power away through having a belief in this particular thing over here. But this belief wasn't really your belief to begin with. It was somebody else's belief that they had put upon you. A belief maybe that you're not good enough. Maybe they told you you weren't good enough, and you ingrained that within you. And you look at that belief and you go, no, that is not true. I am good enough, and I am worthy. And that is the new belief I'm going to put in. And I'm getting rid of that old belief. And that is the harnessing of your power. And with that power, you have great presence and centeredness and groundedness that nobody can take away from you. I love you guys. I'll be following up with some more.